Hey, it's Walt, and I'm here on this Saturday, this NBA preseason, NCAA football week, I believe 6, with another day of free daily sports bets. All right. So I hope everyone started their weekend off with some profit, some big wins. And please like the video and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can always send a tip to my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, all in the comments and scrolling across the bottom of this screen. So today we have 4 bets that we're going to go with right now. Since it's such a ton of bets that go on Saturdays and Sundays with a lot of the games that's going to be played throughout various times. If I do take another bet throughout the day, I'll post it on my community tab like I've been doing. So if you want to check that out, just go ahead and do that. I may, if there's a lot of bets, I may just go live and give those out as well. All right. So today we have 3 NCAA football bets and 1 NBA preseason bet. So let's get straight into it. The first bet, we're going to go with the Oklahoma Sooners versus the Texas Longhorns, over 63.5 points. Here we have 2 high-powered offenses, right? Oklahoma, I would say probably minus last week. Last week I felt like their offense started to get back on track, but the previous 2 weeks, their offense was less than desired, right? Compared to the firepower that they have there, the QB, you would expect higher scoring games. I think that last week they turned the corner a little bit, and with a Texas Longhorns team who also scores quite a bit of points, I think this is a matchup for a definite high scoring game, and I really think 63.5 is a bargain when you look at the offensive potential that both of these teams are capable of. All right, the next bet, we're going to go with SMU minus 13.5. All right, you got the 24th ranked Mustangs. They will be facing off against a Navy team that allows double or over double what they score per game. All right. Now, granted, SMU they allow about 3 touchdowns a game, which is a little bit more than what the Navy midshipmen score per game. One of the things that I like about this game for the Mustangs, and why I think that minus 13.5 is a bargain in my opinion. And I'm sure if it was at home, it'd probably be double that. But if the Mustangs was home, it'd be double that. But when I look at from a statistical standpoint, you have a Navy team that they average 62 points per game passing the ball. The one thing that the Mustangs, in my opinion, do very well is pass the ball. It's quick. They're heavy hitters. You blink your eye, they can have a touchdown. So the Mustangs could be up by the end of the first quarter 21-0 easily. So when you look at a team like Navy who's giving up so many points, and you look at the Mustangs who can score so many points, I just don't think Navy will have enough firepower to keep this game within less than 21 points. I don't think I think they lose by at least 21 points. So I definitely like minus 13.5. All right. The last NCAA game, for at least for this video, is going to be Ohio State minus 21.5 versus the Terrapins. All right. Maryland just got their butt whooped last Friday versus number 5 Ohio State. Now they're going on the road to face number 7 Ohio State, right? They lost to Iowa last week, and now they're about to face, Ohio State on the road. They were at home last week against a Iowa team that averages, 13 less points than Ohio State. Ohio State, from every statistical category offensively is superior to Iowa. And then you have Maryland's QB, who in my opinion, at least every game I've seen him play, when the lights are the brightest, when they're playing against, ranked teams, he shrinks. Even if it's not a ranked team, just a team that poses a threat. He shrinks. So I definitely think in Ohio State should be able to win by at least 4 touchdowns. All right. Now the last bet is going to be the NBA preseason, and we're going to go with the Knicks versus the Wizards over 225 points. It's a preseason game, so for me, I'm going at who shot the most shots last year. I don't expect, the NBA don't really play much defense anyway, but I definitely don't expect too much defense in a preseason game at all. So ultimately, the teams that tend to shoot a lot, as long as they don't have a huge overhaul of the roster where they would be bringing in guys that can't score, I'm going with a team that's playing against a team that's going to speed them up and make them shoot a lot. So, the Wizards had a bit of an overhaul, but they didn't bring in guys that isn't going to shoot. They brought in my opinion, more guys that'll shoot. You trade Russell Westbrook, you bring in Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma's going to be more effective, in my opinion, and will be more inclined to shoot, and especially better 3-point shooter than a Russell Westbrook. You bring in Spencer Dinwiddie, definitely a more efficient shooter than Russell Westbrook. So to me, I think that's a great recipe for over. And you also have both of them played their first 2 preseason games this week, and they both went over. All right, so that does it for me. Happy betting, good luck, and most importantly, never bet more than you can afford to lose.